It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Well, hey, at least it's Ethan Foreheads this morning. Sarah is, she was speaking last night down in Memphis, Tennessee. I got a picture of that to show you of her there, if you could see it. There she is. Okay, that was her last night speaking to a group. So she is traveling back. She'll be with me tomorrow morning, bright and early. So sorry about that. I know you'll miss her, as our family has, as I was trying to run everybody to practice and all of that last night. So it's always good to have her back. Obviously, to hang out and do the podcast. Let's start with some news on this Wednesday morning. A former state lawmaker from Nixa sentenced to 6 years and 3 months in federal prison for fraud schemes committed while she ran several medical clinics right here in our area. Trisha Durgis also has to pay $500,000 in restitution. She was convicted, you may remember this, in June on 22 counts, including wire fraud, illegal distribution of controlled substances, also making false statements to investigators. Durgis was elected to the Missouri House in 2020 and then resigned just a few days after she was convicted in June. This is an interesting story that we've been following. Maybe you're following it too. The prosecutor in St. Louis has 2 weeks now to respond to allegations made against her by the state attorney general as he tries to have her removed from office. Kim Gardner is being accused of failing to do her job after a career criminal drove a car into a 17-year-old volleyball player who was with her family visiting St. Louis for a tournament and was walking near her hotel near downtown St. Louis. The girl lost both legs as a result of that crash. That driver was out of jail even though he had violated his bond at least 50 times. It's shocking. It's unbelievable. The state AG claims the prosecutor failed to prosecute cases in her jurisdiction and neglected her duties by failing to charge new cases referred to her by police, among other things. So it appears as though it's not just this case that the AG is going after, but several cases, this one just being the straw that broke the camel's back. And this poor girl, now more than $500,000 has been raised for her. It's probably much higher than that at this point on GoFundMe. We told you yesterday back in this area about a man who was running from police and then crashed a pickup truck into a house, causing more than $10,000 worth of damage to that house. Well, now he is officially charged with resisting arrest, tampering with a motor vehicle, and leaving the scene of a crash. After crashing into that house, he jumped out of the truck and ran off, but you'll recall Rocky the police dog caught him and was able to hold on to him for deputies to arrest. Rocky the police dog. Meanwhile, another canine has joined the Greene County Sheriff's Department. The other one was Rocky. This one is named Zen. Zen just finished 4 hours of training to become a certified canine when it comes to drug trafficking, use of force, evidence, and patrol work. He will be working with one deputy as his handler. And you know how closely they work side by side. They become really close in their relationship. And oftentimes when the dog is retired, it just stays with the handler and lives with that person at home. Sticking with dogs, 41 dogs were just rescued near Joplin. The Humane Society of Missouri collected the dogs and puppies from a property with inhumane living conditions in Newton County. Many of the puppies just weeks old. They are now up in St. Louis being treated by the Humane Society, and when their health is good, they will be adopted out. A ticket-selling business in Branson is out of business now after fire badly damaged its building. The Ticket Super Center went up in flames. Fire investigators say it was not arson. They're sure of that, but they do not know the exact cause of the fire, but they think it may have been the air conditioning unit somehow. Odd for it to be on this time of year, but I guess it was warm yesterday, right? Strangely, it was the second time emergency personnel were called to the building over the weekend, the first being a possible burglary, but the fire chief does not think that burglary or the break-in is related to the fire. So, all right. let's check weather. Let's do weather in a second. I'll pull up the weather here, and then we'll do it. The new report, meanwhile, shows how nonprofits are struggling nationwide. Forvis, Forvis, all caps, which is formerly BKD in Springfield, you remember that, conducted the study, which found that nearly 50% of nonprofits surveyed saw a drop in net income last year. It also found that 68% of those nonprofits saw more demand for services. So less money, more people needing help. The biggest problem affecting 78% of nonprofits was staffing shortages, just not enough people to do the work that needs to be done to help people. Now we'll do a little bit of weather. Boy, what a beautiful day we had yesterday, 70-something degrees, sunshine, gorgeous. What a taste of spring. We know it's on the way. 63 today, and then tomorrow will be up to 56, but then in the evening, some storms are rolling in, maybe some strong storms. So heads up there. That'll be Thursday evening because a cold front is moving in big time, which could mean a little snow Friday morning, 72 or 3 on Tuesday, and then maybe snow Friday morning. I don't know. The temperature's not going to be that cold. It'll be down to 32-ish, somewhere around there. So maybe not, but there will be rain for sure and strong storms. Then Saturday, we'll get back up to 51, 58 on Sunday, 65 on Monday. So we get back to warm weather pretty quickly, which is nice. Battlefield is one of the local entities asking voters for money in the upcoming April election. The Fire Protection District there wants voters to approve a property levy tax increase to pay for improvements in the district. The increase would be 25 cents, and that would raise the tax levy to a total of 78 cents. Of course, that election is coming up on April 4th, so it is right around the corner, about a month away. Hey, if you're a motorcycle rider, you can take a free class on safety. The Springfield Police Department is offering what they're calling a Share the Road program for free. It's for experienced riders who just want to be safer. It's coming up on March 23rd. All you have to do is go to the Springfield Police Department's website where you'll find an application, fill that out, and you may attend that safety training, I guess, kind of. That's what it is. If you've been affected by the recent extended outage by Dish Network, it may not make you feel any better to know what caused the outage. And that was the Dish was hacked, and that's causing all the problems. It's affecting TV service, as many of you know, customer service sites, and online bill paying. Dish says, quote, certain data was extracted, end quote, but wasn't specific on whose or what. So perhaps if you're a Dish customer, it was your data, or me as a former Dish customer, maybe it was my data as well. Who knows? Because some of it was taken. We'll see what happens. We'll see what Dish says in the days to come. Did you hear about this? Kansas City's brand new airport terminal is now open. The $1.5 billion terminal is the largest all-glass airport in the United States at 1.1 million square feet. The new terminal has nearly 50 restaurants, bars, and stores. So if you're going to be stuck there with a layover, not a bad place to be, perhaps. Cost you a lot, probably, but, at least it'll be a good airport that you can hang out in. And today, finally, is a big day for fishermen and women all around the state of Missouri. It is opening day of trout season at state parks. Yeah, it's an exciting day. Sarah used to be out at this every single opening day at Roaring River State Park. I think that's where she was. So here's the deal. Starting today through Halloween, it is keep what you catch fishing. So you do have to buy a daily tag to be fishing out there. But you can fish at Missouri's 4 trout parks, which stock their waters. They raise the trout at hatcheries, and then they dump them in the river for fishermen and women to take their chances at. So it's always an exciting day, opening day of trout season at state parks in Missouri. All right, Sarah should be back with me tomorrow morning, so I hope to see you then. Until then, have a fantastic Wednesday and enjoy the day. All right, we'll see you.